So you said you don't feel like you've been doing anything, but you've been trying to find that balance and contentment. So when you say you don't feel like you've been doing anything, but you've been trying to find balance, you know, there have there been actions that you've been taking towards finding that balance for yourself? You said when you say you haven't done anything, I have been more so proactive in doing my best to shed the old being and work towards nurturing the inner child that I neglected for a long time. That I- that sounds like you're doing exactly what you need to do. When I lost that, I lost myself, and I'm trying to get that balance to bring that past and present together. That is why I say I haven't been doing anything. It seems so many other people do so much. All you need to do is just be. That's it. I'm not saying that, you know. So I had a friend. Actually, I made a post about it because I posted a video on YouTube about it. A friend was telling me how she saw something that kind of made her feel like she wasn't doing enough, and it kind of made me upset because somebody was saying if you're not, basically getting into some type of spiritual practice, then you're wrong and you need to do better. And everything is a spiritual practice. When you open your eyes, that is a spiritual practice. When you do your hair, that's a spiritual practice. When you breathe, you are a spiritual entity just by your existence. And that is enough. You are doing enough. And when you need to do those other things, you'll feel pulled to do so. If you just trust your soul self to guide you, it's there's a part in this book I haven't gotten to it yet. I wish I had, and I wish I knew what page it was on. But it basically talks about um, how this person it's like he says something similar to what you're kind of saying, and he's like, what if you don't have any religious understanding, or you don't know any of these ways or anything like that? What do you do then? And the person advising in the book, he says, you are already source. You're already connected to your creator. I don't know the right words to say. I don't know the right chants to give or the right dance to do, but I am here asking you to assist me and be here with me. All of those things, if you feel connected to doing it in that moment, there's nothing wrong with it. However, just be and trust that as you think your creator is listening to you, that is enough. Your creator is always there listening and being there with you. It's not that you have to do all of those other things. That doesn't mean anything's wrong with them. But trust that when the time calls for that, your soul will tell you. Our soul has knowledge that our human self doesn't need to have. So in a moment, it may ask us to do something that is necessary for whatever understanding, and that's enough. And just the more you give over that understanding to your soul, the more peace or balance you'll have. But it's not about necessarily meditating or the prayer understanding, because every time you think is a prayer, every thought you have is that, you know? So I don't think you should doubt yourself or feel, especially after what you were telling me you were doing, working and connecting with your inner child and nurturing yourself. You doing that understanding. It's not necessarily about those other things. And actually, what you're speaking about, some people call that active meditation. Being proactive and doing those things. It's where you actively pay attention and you're in the moment with everything that you do, and it's a form of active meditation. So I don't think that it's not that you're not doing anything. It sounds like you're doing exactly what you need to do, and continue to trust what your soul is telling you to. And if it tells you to meditate or do yoga, or you feel pulled to do that, then do it. But if you don't feel pulled to it at this time, that's okay too. That is all right. Your soul knows more than you may know at this time, because it's heavy to carry all that knowledge. I hope that helps. Yeah, I mean, I really really had to go through a lot of understandings to realize that it's all about just giving as much as it's not easy, and it is a balance. Giving up as much control as you can to your soul understanding, trusting that this there's a certain level of trust that we can still be kind of afraid to have, pertaining to, am I doing certain things? But really, really, um, really, really, a lot of times what Spirit has said to me over and over again, just be and trust that I will let you know. I will tell you how to move. And then honestly, and there have been times where a Spirit has, saved my life by me just listening, me just being aware. And so there's a lot of power in just being and not necessarily feeling like you have to be so active in those other things. That time will come, whenever time it is.